Welcome to the driver's seat. We are just outside of Austin, Texas, a very cool and hip town, and this is where Hyundai has chosen to launch their second generation all-new 2019 Veloster. You know, of all the Velosters, this one, which is the R-Spec, is my favorite and certainly the coolest and hippest. Has a lot of cool design elements. You get these unique wheels and some unique colors. This is called Space Gray, which is very similar to a color that Porsche offers at much more money, of course, but they also have a lot of cool, vibrant colors, some oranges, some reds, and a lot of great design elements to bring out the youthful spirit of this car. We're in the driver's seat of the 2019 Hyundai Veloster, the second generation Veloster, and I think Hyundai's done a great job of offering a wide range of trims. So the base model, which is a 2-liter non-turbo 4-cylinder, starts at under $20,000. We don't have that one here to drive today, but we did drive the top of the line Ultimate with a 7-speed dual clutch, which comes in at around $29,000. But I gotta tell you, this is the R-Spec with a 6-speed manual, only available with a 6-speed manual. And this is the one to get. It's priced right, just under $26,000, and it's kind of the purest car. It has all the performance bits that you need, but none of the excess that you may not want that's available in the Ultimate, for example, the head-up display or a sunroof. I attended the launch of the first generation Veloster back in 2011, and there were some comparisons made to VW GTI. I thought that car was pretty far off a GTI, but this one is getting a lot closer. So it takes several generations to really dial it in, and I think Hyundai has come very close. And you know, you look at the price point, it makes a strong case. So let's tell you what we like and don't like about this car. First of all, the seating is very comfortable. You have great visibility up front. The smaller rear hatch window makes it a little difficult to see out the back, not as big as a traditional hatchback, but nevertheless you get that sporty design. The asymmetrical shape makes a lot of sense because if I owned a car like this, chances are people wouldn't be sitting behind me. I might throw some groceries back there, but most of the action would happen on the passenger side where you have 2 doors, so you kind of get the best of both worlds, and they've done a good job of blending in the design aesthetics. From a handling perspective, this car is really dialed in. They now have a multi-link suspension, which makes a big difference. We've been on some pretty challenging roads over here in Texas Hill Country, and the car is good. It's really dialed in. Overall, the car is stiffer. It handles a lot better. It's more responsive. Great powertrain. This is a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a gas direct injection, and it produces 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. But the key to that torque is that it's available from 1,500 RPMs all the way up to 4,500 RPMs, and that's what you want. You don't want to have to work for the torque. You want it to have it come on instantly, and that's what you get with this car. And this manual transmission is really something to behold. They've done a great job with it, and I like the fact that Hyundai is one of the companies that has not abandoned the manual. It's just too easy to do that because, to be honest, a lot of the automatics are quite good. With regards to the 7-speed DCT, it's very efficient, but it's not a performance-oriented DCT. So if you're looking for more of a performance driving car, you really want to get behind the wheel of the manual, especially the R-Spec. This is the way to go. Since the Veloster is a hatchback, it means it's going to have some utility. You have almost 20 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row, and that's near the top of the segment. You also have a 60-40 rear split, and the second row seat has these bucket seats that makes it very comfortable and quite acceptable for taller passengers. Overall, I think the packaging and the design are very well executed. The bottom line on the Veloster is that it has no true competitors. The closest thing might be a Mini Cooper S, which is going to cost significantly more money, but it does have kind of that same quirky style that a lot of Veloster owners like. Hyundai tells us that 85% of people who purchased a Veloster were either new to the brand or never considered the brand. So obviously this car attracts a lot of new buyers, and you may have heard the term a halo car. Well, this is a reverse halo car. A lot of halo cars, like for example the Nissan GTR at $125,000, produces a halo, but very few people can afford it. with a starting price of under $20,000, you get a halo car that just about anybody can afford. In its best year, the Veloster sold about 30,000 units, which is pretty good considering it's a very small segment. Hyundai's done a great job with this car, and as I drive around the country, I see a lot of these modified, see a lot of them driven by young people, so I think the car has accomplished its goal, and now you've got some pent-up demand for a new Veloster, all new colors, all new offerings. And later this year, the Veloster N will arrive with 275 horsepower, which is sure to get the Veloster noticed among the elites. If you can't get enough of the Veloster, well, please click here and watch this video from Hyundai Product Planning and Design. They'll give you all the nuts and bolts of this wonderful vehicle. Thanks for watching. I'm Ron Doran. We'll see you next time on The Driver's Seat.